easy. You never had to try, not one time. Choose a you were never hard to love, baby. Make it you. Everything about you just fit. The way you walked in, the way you carried yourself. Like the room already knew your name. Cap pulled down, collar up, fresh. Like it was second nature. You never did too much, you never had to. You never had to. What's that? Damn. There you go again. Walk by, leave your scent behind. Like you meant for somebody to remember you. You made it look easy, didn't you? Everything looked better on you. That walk, that smile, that confidence. Baby, you are it, like it belonged to love. That's why you were never hard to love. I used to watch the room, watch you. Everybody had their reasons. Some couldn't stop staring, some tried not to. Some smiled like they already knew me. I wasn't watching to figure you out, I was watching, cause I like what I saw. See, anybody can buy the clothes, anybody can wear the cap, anybody can spray the cologne.
I tried to tell you. I tried, but it's cool, you know.
She listens first, and she speaks. Yeah. You never know with her. Yeah. You never know with her. She don't rehearse, she receive. Yeah. One working, cut up and free. Yeah. You never know with her. She quiet, the spirit say go. Then she'll start taking control. You never know with her. She don't explain what she knows. She just delivers the message and goes. She don't clock in, she tapped in. Episode change with the breath she breathing. Some days it's comfort, some days it's mirror. Some days it's love, some days it's clearer. She don't perform, she channel. Say less, but her presence is mental. Ego get nervous, mask get tight. Cause true walk everyone into the light. She'll laugh with you, then pause mid-sentence. Say one thing that hits your chest like a sentence. Didn't plan it, didn't write it down. Spirit said now, so now.
Welcome to 3 stories, 3 paths. Choose your lane. Which path will you choose?
The only question is, which lane will you choose? Maybe you'll know the moment you hear the first few words. Maybe you'll feel pulled toward the second.
Or maybe the third story will feel like somebody's been watching your life and telling it back to you. There's no right choice, and there's no wrong one. Look at the lanes again, one by one. Just listen. Pay attention to what stirs something in your spirit. What keeps your attention? What makes you pause and say, wait a minute, that's me. Sometimes the message isn't in the story you wanted. It's in the one you needed. So settle in, quiet the noise, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and trust yourself. Open your eyes, look at the pictures again, the words again. Now, choose which one that resonates with you, and let's see where your journey begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you Blended Healing. She will take you the rest of the way.
This story is for the one who almost gave up. Story number one, starting at 6:24 into this intro. Somebody's story starts with the feeling that something has finally changed. You may not be able to put your finger on it yet, but it's like the burden you've been holding on to doesn't feel as heavy as it used to be. If you've been wondering whether all the tears, prayers, late nights, and times when you wanted to give up meant anything, this is your confirmation that it did. You are moving into a time where things begin to open up. Opportunities start finding you. Ideas come easier. Your hope comes back. It's almost like you finally able to see a light that wasn't there before. The biggest thing Spirit wants you to do right now is to stay grateful before everything else comes. Don't wait until life looks the way you want it to look before you appreciate where you are. Sometimes the blessing starts showing up in the moment that your outlook changes. Keep believing in what's been placed on your heart, because those ideals didn't come out of nowhere. You're being led somewhere. You may not see the whole picture yet. Now, somebody has a person coming back around. This feels like someone that you already have a shared history with. There was hurt, confusion, drama, or maybe just too many things left unsaid. Now, they're showing back up differently. They may apologize, reach out unexpectedly. Some of y'all might even receive flowers or some kind of gesture you weren't expecting. Whatever it is, it's enough to catch you off guard. Don't let your emotions make a decision before wisdom gets a chance to speak. It's okay to open your heart, but don't stop paying attention. Watch what they do more than what they say. Real change doesn't have to convince you that it's real. It shows up consistently. If they're serious this time, you'll know because their actions will bring you peace instead of confusion. For somebody else, life has been feeling like you're trying to hold everything together with your bare hands. You're carrying responsibilities, taking care of other people, making sure everybody else is straight, and somewhere along the way, your own priorities got pushed to the side. This is your reminder to get organized. Make the plan. Write it down. Finish what you've been putting off. Stop telling yourself that you'll get to it tomorrow. Tomorrow's been showing up for a while now. Stop thinking that you have to do everything yourself. There are people around you who can help, but you can't help if you never ask. You don't lose your power by accepting support. Sometimes that's exactly how you make it to the next level. Your body, your body has been trying to get your attention too. Slow down enough to listen to it. Eat a little better, get some rest. Pay attention to what you're feeding yourself, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. Everything connected to you deserves the same care that you give everybody else. For those dealing with relationships, don't mistake a temporary slowdown for something falling apart. Sometimes things pause because they're being rebuilt the right way. If you're making plans with someone, don't rush the process. Talk about the future. Ask the hard questions. Build something that has a solid foundation instead of something that only looks good from the outside. You already made it through the hardest part of your journey. Don't start doubting yourself now because things aren't moving as fast as you expected. Growth happens in ways that you may not be aware of until one day you realize that you become someone who would have never endured what you're handling right now. And the last part of this story is simple. Whatever you've been working toward is beginning to work in your favor. Your confidence is growing because you earned it. Doors are opening because you've stayed faithful. If you've been praying for help, expect help. If you've been asking for answers, expect clarity. If you've been waiting on a breakthrough, keep going because you're closer than you realize. The recognition is coming as well. The victory is coming. The good news is coming. Just don't stop now. Keep making wise decisions. Stay encouraged. Keep your heart in the right place. And don't forget the people who've been standing beside you while you were building. Family looks important in this story too. And for somebody, healing starts there. If this sounds like your story, hold on to it. Sometimes all you need is a reminder that what's meant for you is still making its way to you. Ashe.
Hidden in the crowd, smiling through the pictures, holding back the truth, fighting silent battles, trying not to lose. We've learned how to hold each other when the world
Success
gets cold.
changes a room.
Raise our babies, build our dreams, carry stories never
Keisha, we are so proud.
told.
Thank you. This means everything. Sometimes before it changes your life.
To heal, but every river has a current that we never let reveal. Sometimes it sounds like a compliment. Sometimes it sounds like a joke.
I'm not clapping for that. You look amazing.
Sometimes
Did
it's
you
like
see
a
her?
sad smile.
We should connect on LinkedIn. Your hair is looking fierce. Living her best life, please. Let's do lunch next week.
Why we looking sideways when we all just trying
Who
to
you think you are?
find a way? Side-eye. Tell me what you're hiding behind the pain you never say.
Story number 2 starts at timestamp 1434. Some reunions are written long before they happen. This story starts with 3 friends, not just people who know each other, but souls that were always meant to find their way back to each other. Time may have separated them, life may have pulled everyone in different directions, but somehow they end up back in the same space again. One of them is the one who brings everybody together. If you know someone who loves the color purple or butterflies, to follow them everywhere they go, pay attention. That could be your confirmation. This isn't just people catching up. This feels bigger than that. It's laughter after tears, hugs that last a little longer, conversations that feel like no time has passed at all. Whatever brings everyone together is meant to happen. Nothing about this reunion is random. It was lined up long before any of you knew that it was coming. This time right here is asking you to stop isolating yourself. Spend time with people who pour back into you. Be around people who understand you. The right people aren't just good company, they're part of your healing. Some of you are about to reconnect with friends, family, or people who feel like home. And you realize that the timing couldn't have not been any better. Now, there's something else that's trying to get your attention. If you've been noticing the crescent moon, don't brush it off. If you happen to look up and see it shining in the night sky, especially with that bright curve standing out to the right side, take a moment. It's about awareness. It's almost like heaven is saying, we've been trying to get your attention. Your intuition is getting stronger right now. Those gut feelings that you've been having are not coincidence. Those dreams that seem so real, those moments when you just know something without anybody telling you, don't ignore that. You're being shown things before they happen, but not everything is meant to make sense right away. And here's something else. Everybody does not need to know what you're doing. Stop feeling like you have to explain every move that you're making or tell every blessing before it has a chance to grow. Some people ask questions because they genuinely care. Others ask questions because they're collecting information. Learn the difference. Protect your peace. Move in silence when you need to. Not everything belongs in a group chat, and not everybody deserves a front row seat to what the divine is doing in your life. Some of you have been feeling emotionally lately, you know, and you can't figure out why. You've been restless, your patience is running thin. It feels like the smallest thing gets on your nerves and you're shedding old energy. That's what it is. While you're stepping into a stronger version of yourself. Growth does not always feel peaceful when it's happening. Give yourself permission to be still, whether that's sitting in silence, taking a walk, praying, meditating, or soaking in a hot bath to wash a day off. Make room to hear yourself think. When life gets too much, it's easy to miss the answers that have been trying to find you. You are far more intuitive than you're giving yourself credit for. You pick up on people's energy. You notice things that other people overlook. You feel when something is off. Stop second guessing yourself. That discernment is there for a reason. If something doesn't sit right in your spirit, don't force yourself to accept it just because somebody else can feel better. The next part of the story feels like a promise. Somebody has been praying for peace in their family. whether it's your children, your parents, your siblings, your partner, or even the family you've chosen along the way. Your heart has been wanting everybody to come back together, even if your family looks different than somebody else's, even if it's just you, your partner, your fur babies, it still counts. There's healing trying to find its way into your home. Forgiveness is going to be a big part of that healing. Now, forgiveness doesn't always mean forgetting, and it doesn't always mean letting people back into the places that they haven't earned. Sometimes forgiveness is simply refusing to carry around what somebody else did. You're choosing your own peace over your own pain. And little by little, things begin to soften. Conversations get easier. Relationships become healthier. And the people who truly love each other start remembering that they are on the same team. Then comes the part that warmed my heart. Somebody has forgotten how to dream. Life has been so busy, so hectic, and so unpredictable that you stop believing certain things are possible for you. But this story is reminding you that you're not finished. In fact, you're just getting started. This is your fresh start. Walk into it with curiosity instead of fear. Let yourself believe again. Stop talking yourself out of the very things that you've been praying for. The opportunities coming your way are asking you to trust yourself, your timing, and trust that you're being guided every step of the way. You don't have to know everything before you take the next step. You just have to believe that the one leading you has already gone ahead of you. And if this sounds like your story, receive it. Some reunions are meant to heal you. Some quiet moments are meant to guide you. And some new beginnings only show up after you finally decided to trust yourself again. Ashe.
One of the things I've learned while creating Gateway to the Ancestors is that history is never just about dates, buildings, wars, or famous names. History is about people. It's about ordinary people living ordinary lives during extraordinary times.
Many voices were never recorded, yet their lives helped shape the world we inherited.
One day, those stories may become someone else's connection to the past, and if you're enjoying this journey, subscribe to Gateway to the Ancestors. Because the ancestors are not only found in history books. Sometimes they're found in the stories we choose to remember. As we continue our travels through the past, may we never forget the sacrifices, victories, and lessons left behind by those who came before us. Until our next destination, keep listening, keep learning, and keep walking with the ancestors. Gateway to the Ancestors episodes will now be airing every other week on its regularly scheduled day and time. As I deep dive into this world of discovery and spirituality, it has expanded to heights I could not believe. No worries, be on the lookout for more programming and content on the Gateway to the Ancestors platform. Until then, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and set your notification bell.
And story number 3. The moment you stopped fighting everything, everything started changing. This story starts with somebody who finally let go. You got tired of holding on to things that were never yours to carry. You stopped trying to control every outcome and every conversation, every person, and every situation. You surrendered. Believe it or not, that was your biggest win right there. It takes real strength to release what you can't control and trust that what's meant for you will find its way to you. Since you made that decision, something has changed. It's almost like you can breathe again. The pressure isn't sitting on your shoulders the way it used to. You're beginning to understand that life flows a whole lot easier when you're not fighting every current. This is your recognition. You may not hear applause from everybody around you, but heaven saw what you did. Congratulations. You chose peace over control, and that's a victory all in itself. Now is your time to shine. Don't minimize yourself because you're uncomfortable with attention. Don't downplay your gifts because you don't want people looking at you. You've earned every blessing that's finding its way into your life. Walk confidently. Not that you're better than anybody else, but because you finally know who you are. Hold your head high and receive what's coming your way. Life will not suddenly become easy. You still got responsibility, projects to finish, people depending on you, and a schedule that barely gives you time to sit down. That's why it's so important to stay centered. When life starts pulling you in too many different directions, step away for a moment. Take a breath. Regroup. Sometimes you don't need to fix anything. Sometimes you just need to readjust your crown and remind yourself who you are before you walk back into the room. Some of you are getting ready to travel. It may be for work, business, family, or simply because life is taking you somewhere different. It doesn't have to be a cross country trip, it could be right on down the road. The point is that movement is happening. Wherever you're going, stay calm. Every stop along the way has a purpose, even if you don't understand. One thing about you now is that you learn how to stand your ground. You're not arguing with people to convince them anymore. You're not explaining yourself over and over, and you know what you believe and you're standing on it. That's growth. You finally understand that protecting your peace doesn't require permission from anybody else. You've also become more protective of what matters most: your home, your family, your relationships, the life that you work so hard to build. That's wisdom. You know what it took to get here, and you're not about to let unnecessary drama come in and tear it apart. Just remember, you're not protecting all of this by yourself. You're being watched over every step of the way. Even when you can't see it, you're covered. For somebody listening, your body has been trying to tell you that healing is already happening. Maybe you've been dealing with stress, exhaustion, illness, or emotional burnout. This story says your strength is returning little by little. You're becoming stronger than you were before. Don't quit on yourself just because the process has taken longer than you hoped. Healing isn't always fast, but it's happening. Now, let's talk about the part that you've been waiting on: justice. If somebody has wronged you, lied on you, betrayed you, manipulated you, or tried to make you look bad or like you're a bad person, don't waste your energy trying to get even. Life has a way of balancing the scales all on its own. You don't have to fight every battle or prove your innocence to people who've already made up their minds. What's true will come to light, and what's been unfair will eventually be made right. The only thing that you need to focus on is keeping your own heart clean. Don't let bitterness become your personality. Anger convince you to become crazy. Let life handle what belongs to life. Let the divine handle what belongs to the divine. Your peace is worth far more than revenge ever could be. If you're signing contracts, making agreements, accepting new opportunities, or dealing with important paperwork, slow down and read everything carefully. Don't let excitement or pressure rush your decision. Ask questions. Take your time. Make sure everything lines up before you commit yourself. Wisdom is moving with confidence, not moving fast. And one more thing, act like you know who you are. Carry yourself like someone who conquered everything or every storm life has been trying to drown you in. Speak with confidence, walk with purpose. You don't have to tell your worth when your presence already says it for you. Stop chasing perfection too. Perfection will have you dragging your butt trying to reach a finish line that doesn't exist. You already have the wisdom, the experience. Trust yourself. Trust what you learned. That's enough. Keep your sense of humor. Life is going to keep throwing unexpected things your way, but not everything deserves your energy. Sometimes the greatest response is no response at all. Save your words. Save your peace. Everything doesn't require a reaction. Leave the old drama where you found it. Leave the need to prove yourself behind. Leave the people who only know how to create chaos exactly where they are. You work too hard to keep dragging old baggage into a brand new season. This story isn't about getting even. It's about finally getting free. Ashe.
This place is beautiful. Look at these. They smell amazing.
Ooh, fiery and sweet. That sounds amazing. Smells incredible. Like a tropical escape. This feels like paradise. Beach campfire, notes of black currant, tropical flowers, warm oak and frangipani accents. These are the scents of fiery and sweet.
Oh, I'm buying this immediately. It's perfect for you. I know, right? You have to get it.
This body moisture and other products are available at chamakaessentials.com. See you in the next experience.
Three stories, three different paths, three different lanes. Now the question is, which one found you? Maybe story one reminded you that you almost gave up, but somehow you kept going. You made it through something that you could have taken you out. And now you're finally starting to see why you had to keep pushing. Maybe story two was yours. Maybe somebody or a group of people is finding their way back into your life. There's healing around old connections, family, friendships, and the kind of relationships that time couldn't completely erase. Some people weren't meant to stay gone forever. They just had to live a little, learn a little, and grow before everybody could meet again where they are now. Or maybe you pulled into story three, where you finally stopped fighting everything. You surrendered the need to control how, when, where, and through whom things were supposed to happen. And once you did that, you found your strength. You're learning to stand your ground without fighting everybody standing on the other side of it. You're protecting your peace, letting justice handle itself, and realizing you don't have to get even when getting free feels a whole lot better. But here's the thing. You might have chosen one lane and heard pieces of yourself in all three. That's okay, because life doesn't keep us in one lane forever. Sometimes you're the one who almost gave up. Sometimes you're the one being brought back together with people you thought you'd never sit at the same table with again. And sometimes you're the one who finally says, you know what? I'm done fighting this. Whatever is meant to happen, let it happen. I'm going to take care of me. That's life. We change lanes. We take detours. Sometimes we miss the exit and have to turn that ass around, and sometimes we end up somewhere we're never planning on going, only to realize that exactly where we needed to be. So whichever story found you today, don't force it to fit. Take what belongs to you and leave the rest sitting right here on the curb. Before you pull off, ask yourself one question. What did my story come here to remind me of? Because maybe you didn't choose the lane at all. Maybe the lane chose you. Until we meet again at the next crossroads, keep your hands on the wheel, keep your eyes open, and trust yourself enough to know when it's time to stay the course and when it's time to change lanes. 3 stories, 3 paths. You choose your lane. Now go live your story. Ashe and deep bow to each and every one of you. And I shall see you all very, very soon. Be well.
This is a BLPS, Black Lady Doing Shit production.
COC and the world gonna know.
Pay no mind to those who talk behind your back. It simply means you are 2 steps ahead. Bias beats, make it funky. Sound bites, others gon' boil you with brown rice. Copy with slice, cop violate black and brown rights. No Thanksgiving, just crown chicken, this crown life. They brownie nice, but they ain't considered the crown price. All black fitteds look like acidics and crown heights. See, round night, we drink royal bottles for crown types. Talk around town, I'm like custom model with brown mics. But Scotty pimpin', my city different, New York, right? We post different, y'all go online, we on site. On the Sean John, but me I'm more like Sean Price. My coffee black, Sean Dawn white. I'm best excellence, just on spite. My city never sleeps, them bright lights, these bars high. So hard like I throw punch lines at bar fights. Them dad bars and them skinny jeans got y'all tight. Rappers fighting bars, well what you do for a Klondike?
This is a BLPS, Black Lady Doing Shit production.
COC and the world gonna know.
Hope you received what you needed today. Thank you for coming by and spending some time with me. Come back soon. Ashe and deep bow to you.